Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here again, you guys. All right, Cancer, very nice cards this time. So from Le Vampire, you pulled Eternal Youth, Energy, Newness, and Vitality. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Soulmate. Now, Eternal Youth is talking about how now you're starting to feel youthful again, feeling revitalized and rejuvenated. Everything seems to be new. You're feeling good, you're looking good. People are attracted to this energy here, and it's a new way of looking at things, and I think it's great. But with Soulmate, it's so much deeper than just on the surface level. So with Soulmate, this isn't like the normal Soulmate card. This is really about, the conversation that you have with your own soul. It is about being true to your feelings and better communicating that. It's saying that you can no longer sustain conversations that are not authentic to how you truly feel. So, and I'm looking at this, and I think for some of you, there may be a situation coming around that's making you feel new. All right, Cancer, here we go. Here's your overall for the week, the Page of Cups. So yeah, talking about a new experience. One of the things that I like about Eternal Youth is that sometimes we get so worn down by the same things happening over and over again. So even if it's a situation that is like old or something that you've been in for a while, it's coming around in a new way. And especially with the Page of Cups being the signifier here, it's always a good thing when we feel rejuvenated and there's that, excitement that's coming back through. Like I said, even if it's a situation that you've been in for a while. But again, with Soulmate, when you're talking about the communication of emotions here with the Page of Cups, right, it's so important that you are authentic now about the way that you feel. Now, with the Page of Cups being the signifier here, this could be you communicating the way that you feel, or this could be about somebody communicating this to you. But again, with the Page of Cups, it's a new energy. I've never felt this way before. But something coming around in a new way here, especially with Eternal Youth happening. And then in the past, the Nine of Cups. So, and I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but I kind of get the feeling that in the past, I think that you thought that you had what you wanted. But the thing is if you did, you wouldn't be, seeing this new energy of the Page of Cups. The Nine of Cups is great in terms of wish fulfillment and feeling abundant. But really, what is that to you? Right? What is really going to make you feel fulfilled? What is really going to make you happy if you could have your wishes fulfilled? And I think in the past, you feel like you have everything that you want and need. But if you did, this wouldn't be the signifier here. Oh, and there you are, the Chariot, Cancer. So, this could definitely be about traveling to see somebody, traveling to deliver a message about feelings, or somebody coming to see you, or somebody that's at a distance from you. But really, it's about, being in control, being in better control over what is going on internally with you. And I go back to Soulmate on that, but picking up momentum here. And things picking up speed. And I think, I think you know more now about what you really want, which is a good thing to see, because you're still abundant. There's still emotional fulfillment that's coming through. You're thinking about something that you really want here. And with the Chariot, yeah, you're going after it. But like I said, it's more about you having better control. I don't think that this is a situation here where you're rushing in to meet this new experience. I would have expected to see a night happening here, but with you showing up, and for some of you, right, dealing with another Cancer possibly. But I like it. I like it. It feels good. You feel like you're in better control over what's happening. Oh boy. Okay. The Queen of Cups in future conditions, we can definitely be talking about you. Being more in tune with your own emotions. Absolutely. But then also responding to this new experience that's coming through. The Queen of Cups for me versus the King shows somebody who is more emotionally invested or involved. There is that emotional attachment with the Queen of Cups. She becomes, involved in things in an emotional way. She's like a mirror. She reflects back to other people how they're feeling about what their situation is. Now, again, for some of you, we could be dealing with another water sign here. We could be looking at another person. But in terms of you, you're invested. You're invested in this. There's interest here. And you've got emotions like all the way through here. Oh, fuck. Dad, I went through this with Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus. Taurus got this here. The Page of Swords is your best path to follow. And I went into the whole explanation too as to why I feel this way about the Page of Swords. But, what I worry about here is, again, when we're talking about being authentic about how you feel, the Page of Swords, there's always the question of truth. That, and I worry about situations where things that are being said may not be the truth. And it's something, obviously, that you don't want to feed into or you don't want to listen to. When the Page of Swords comes up, it's an opportunity for you to seek the truth. You know what I mean? But then I also feel like with the Page of Cups being on top of this, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're going to start, sharing some emotions here, possibly with another person, you want to be authentic, you want to be truthful. You want to be truthful about the way that you feel. But I worry, though, with the Page of Swords, the messenger of conflict, right? And this is something that we don't want to feed into. I always worry that this is somebody who's trying to cause drama. Now on the other hand here, if you're dealing with a brand new experience with somebody, be careful about how, emotionally invested you become in things that are being said possibly about another person or the situation that you're getting involved in here with the Page of Cups. Because the truth is always, for me, the question with the Page of Swords. And it could just be that somebody's got a lot of conflict surrounding them. And it's up to you to see the truth. Man. In your environment, the Six of Pentacles. And, and this brings me back to this feeling here with the Chariot, right? And feeling like you're better in control. You know where you're going here. You know how you feel. You know what you want now. Like you really know what you want and you're going after it for sure. But with the Six of Pentacles, it's one of those things where I don't think it's about a one-sided situation. It's about you giving in your equal part to this, especially if we're talking about a relationship. That seems to be the theme for Cancer, at least for the last 2 weeks it has been. The equal give and take here with the Six of Pentacles. And then not only that, but, this may be you giving in a little bit more, emotionally, or you needing to receive it though too. But like I said, with the Chariot, I don't see this as you not knowing what the hell you're doing and going nowhere fast. I think you know where you're going now. You know what you want. You're going after it here. You're emotionally invested. It's a brand new situation. Again, eternal youth, right? I just think that there may be some things that are attached to this situation, or possibly a person here with the Page of Swords that's not entirely accurate, is what I want to say. But again, with the Six of Pentacles, right? The equal give and take and needing to give into this. Oh, shit. Your hopes and your fears. What is that about? The Ten of Swords, it is the painful ending, right? It is the ending of a painful situation here. And because we're talking about hopes and fears, I worry that some of you may be focused on a situation ending before it actually had a chance to start. And that seems to be one of the things that has been coming up a lot here with the Ten of Swords. Now, if you've been through a painful situation here, it doesn't mean that every new situation that comes through is going to end this way. And then not only that, but whatever pain that you have been through, it is over. It is over with. It's about getting back to mental clarity, right? And like I said, because it's in this position here with the hopes and fears, I think it's one of those things where you think something is going to end before it even has had a chance to like really get going. You know, and it may have to do with what is going on here and how much you feed into, you know, the things that may not be accurate here about the situation or a person. And then coming out, the Four of Pentacles. You know, we could definitely say here that you're not willing to give, but, you know, you're still emotionally invested here with the Queen of Cups. That, or you're dealing with a person who may be trying to maintain what they have right now and not really willing to change. Now, for some of you, it may be that we're looking at a new situation within the home or within the family here, and you're not willing to give up this happy home, the happily ever after with the Ten of Cups. You know what I mean? But it's like you have to be willing to give up something here if you're wanting things to like change, to where you're not focused on whatever is going on here with the Page of Swords and then feeling like a situation is going to end because of it. You know, don't hang on to these things here, and don't invest too much emotionally into it, because again, accuracy here is what I question. Now with the Knight of Pentacles, things are moving slow, right? I don't so much feel like somebody is dragging ass. I just think that, you know, if we're talking about you, you have stability and you're trying to maintain it here. And there's a little bit of caution as far as moving forward, especially with a new experience. You know, especially if you've been through something painful here. But, you know, it's like slow and steady, right? Slow and steady wins the race. But with the Magician coming out, right, manifesting that cool ass shit and having confidence in your ability to, you know, manifest the things that you want and not being fearful of losing what you have. And it may be because, like I said, that Page of Swords, it sticks out like a damn Thor thumb. Oh my God. Like a sore thumb, if I could talk right. But anyway, I don't know. I just get the vibe from this that there are things that are being said that are not accurate. It's almost like somebody who's like sticking their nose in your business where it doesn't belong. But again, it's like this experience is brand new, but you know now. So this is just like outside noise, but I worry about how it affects you coming out, right? But let's take a look at the soul trees to see what other messages there are, and then we'll move on to Whispers of Love. I don't think that this is bad. Both of these I've been seeing consistently, you know, and it's important to live from that space where you feel like that love is still there, right? But you need to listen. And I think that that goes both ways, not just you, but another person you may be dealing with here. But Cancer, I really think that you know what you want this time. I think you're headed toward it. I think that you're open to receiving some really good things here and open to receiving some new emotional experiences, whatever that may be. You know, we could be talking about a job or a relationship. I think for some of you, though, this is going to be about another person here. And I think you are emotionally invested. But I would be careful, because there may be, like I said, some things that are not authentic, you know, and I go back to soulmate. But don't think that something is going to end before it starts, or call it quits based on something that you may be hearing, because I don't think that it's accurate. It would have been different if it would have been like the Knight of Swords. But like I said, for me, I always question the truth with the Page. You know, but don't leave yourself stuck in this spot where you're not willing to see anything change, or fearing that you're going to lose what you have. You know, I think with the Knight of Pentacles, as long as you lay down the right plans here, I think in the future, you're going to have that extended happiness and fulfillment, right? And you have what you need to create this. It's just about you having confidence in your ability to do this, you know, but don't hang on to things that are being said either that may not be true. And that may be where listen with your heart is coming through too. Like, what is your heart really telling you about this situation? All right, Cancer, so there's definitely a newness happening here, and you're being a little bit more authentic to your true feelings, which is great, especially if you have something new coming back around. Now, for some of you, it could just be the strengthening of a relationship, but the reason why we're having to do this, I think, is because of this little bastard. Drives me nuts seeing this damn card. The Page of Swords, I always question the truth, and what I worry about is that, some of you may be fearing that a situation is going to end before it even starts here because of some things that are being said that aren't true. I worry about that with the Page of Swords. But really, it's about seeking the truth. Now, with the Queen of Cups, and even with the Chariot, I think you're better in tune here with what you're wanting. Absolutely. And I think you look great. But there is something that's still being held on to here. Now, with the Ten of Cups, absolutely. If you have your happily ever after, I sure the hell wouldn't want to let it go either. But really, what does that mean? The Ten of Cups is great. It's one of those really good cards to see. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have this. So again, I can understand that you want to hang on to this. But what does that mean to you? What is it that you really want? And I think you have a better idea of this. But is your happily ever after involving, this here, right? With things being said and then painful endings, I don't think so. The Six of Pentacles, though, you're willing to put in your side of it, but hoping that the other person will too. But with the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician, I think it's one of those things where even if things are moving slowly, right, slow and steady. But I think you're being a little bit more cautious, though, too, here. But there's also some confidence that's being built in you as far as, manifesting the things that you want and setting the right intentions, which I love that this came up, right? Your inner power. Pull on that inner power, set your intentions, and believe that when you do this, you will get exactly what you've been wanting. Now, listen with your heart, and love is all around you. So, if somebody is saying something, make sure that you pay attention to what your heart is telling you. Because, there's still love around you, definitely with the Page of Cups being there. But just be careful. Be careful about what's being said and what you choose to listen to.